Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'll be showing you how I do this super glam look. Please keep watching if you like what you see. So sorry if you hear a baby crying in the background. This is exactly why I need to do voiceovers and not actual live tutorials. But let's get started. I'm using my NYX Microbrow pencil to fill in my eyebrows. And as I'm filling it in, I make sure to use the other side, the spoolie, to brush my eyebrows. And then I go in with my Tart Shape Tape using a cream concealer brush. I apply that all over my eyelid. I basically use this as my eyelid primer. It holds my eyeshadow really well, and I've been doing this for many years. I make sure to carve out my eyebrows so that they look really flawless. And then I make sure to go in the inner corner of my eye where it's dark. And then I blend all that out with my Real Techniques sponge. And to set that in place, I use my RCMA No Color Powder using my Real Techniques setting brush. I tap that on lightly. For this look, I'll be mostly using my Morphe Stunning Vibes palette, and using my Sigma E35 brush, I go into that transition shade and apply that over the upper portion of my crease. Then going into the next shade right here, using the same brush, we're going to apply this a little bit lower than the first transition shade. This is just to warm up the eye and create dimension. Next, I'm going to pick up this reddish orange color and further blend that into my crease. Blend that in really well. That really warms up the eye. And then I'm going to grab this really warm brown color and apply that using my Sigma E25 brush. With dark colors, you want to gradually build up the color because you could always add on and it's really hard to take it away. So be patient and build up that color. And make sure to blend really, really well. Alright, and now going into my Tartiest Pro palette, I'm going to take the shade Edgy and further deepen up my crease using back and forth motions. Make sure to blend really, really well. I'm then going to go back with my Sigma E35 brush and blend that all together really well so that you don't see any harsh lines. Going in with my Morphe E36 brush, I'm going to grab this black shade. To further deepen my crease, I basically apply it in a V shape and blend that out with my Sigma E25 blending brush to smoke it out really well. Then going on with my Sephora shadow brush and apply this beautiful golden shade and apply that to my inner lid. I use tapping and swiping motions to get the most out of the color. And then going into my AC012, using the small side, I'm going to apply even lighter golden shade into the inner corner of my eyes. Moving on to my Tartiest Pro palette, I'm going to grab the shade Classic and apply that onto my brow bone. And then to sharpen up the look, I'm going to use a Neutrogena makeup wipe. And then I slightly blend out the edge using my finger. Now it's time for the gel eyeliner. I'm using Bobbi Brown in black ink. I'm going to use my MAC 208 angled brush. Grab some of that gel liner and gradually create my wing. I first make a line going from the side of my eye and then bring that in like so. And I just keep trying to create a straight line. No one is perfect. Sometimes I mess up. And then I make sure that both my eyeliners look the same. Then I'm going to take some more of that gel liner and tight line my eyes. For this look, I'm going to line my upper and lower water lines. Just, I have to be careful not to poke my eye. And then moving on to the face, I'm going to grab this Revlon Rose Glow Illuminating and Hydrating Primer. It smells like roses. And then I just rub that on my hands and apply that to my face. I'm going to rub it on your hands first because it has little beads in it that you want to pop and make sure that you get all that hydrating power all over you. And make sure you blend that out into your neck. I'm also going to use my Maybelline Master Blur Stick. I apply that to the areas that I have large pores. This really fills them in and creates a seamless canvas on my face. Make sure to put it on the sides of my nose, and then I press that into my face. And then I'm going to use my Infallible Pro Glow foundation in the shade 202. I apply that with my Real Technique sponge all over my face. I'm using dabbing motions rather than swiping motions when applying my foundation using my Real Technique sponge. This creates a more natural effect. I want to make sure to get that all over my forehead. With this foundation, I feel like it's more of a medium coverage, but you can always build it up using more foundation. And then you want to make sure to blend that out to the sides of your neck as well. And then moving on to my Tart Shape Tape in the shade Light Neutral, I'm going to cover up any blemishes that I have and blend that in with my sponge. And then to highlight, I'm going to use Tart Shape Tape as well, but in the shade Fair Neutral, and highlight under my eyes, the bridge of my nose, my forehead, and my chin. And I'm going to blend that out with my Real Technique sponge. Blend that out really well. You don't want any harsh or weird lines. And then to contour my face, I'm going to use LA Girl Pro Conceal in the shade Fawn. Apply that to the hollows of my cheeks, my chin, the sides of my forehead, and then the sides of my nose. And then I'm also going to contour under my lip to make it appear fuller. Since the shade Fawn is a little bit darker, a little dark for my face, I have to make sure to blend that out really well so that I don't have any weird lines on my face and that I have just a seamless foundation application. Blend that out really, really well. Again, using dabbing motions. I personally like to use a makeup sponge for this part instead of a brush because I feel like the sponge absorbs any excess contour that I have, so that it looks more natural and really blends it into my face. And now to set everything in place, I'm going to use my RCMA No Color Palette Real Technique setting brush. I'm going to apply that under my eye so that my concealer doesn't crease. And any area where I get oily skin, like my chin, my forehead. And then I'm going to go into my favorite Kat Von D contour palette using that middle shade. It's a little bit more warm, so I use it as a bronzer. I use my Morphe M527 brush to apply it to my cheeks, my chin, my neck, my forehead. And then using my Sigma F40 brush, I'm going to apply the contour. I apply that to the hollows of my cheeks, the sides of my forehead. And my chin. So I totally forgot to mention that I use the Stila Golden Girl. So I'm going to apply it right now to the inner of my eyelid. I'm going to use my Tartiest Pro False Lashes and Heartbreaker and apply my Duo Lash Adhesive. And while that dries, I apply my MAC mascara. And then I apply the lashes with my tweezer. You want to apply it as close to your lash root as possible. Look at them flutter. Then go back into my Kat Von D. I'm going to contour the sides of my nose to make it look like I have a narrow nose. Going into my Narsissist blush palette and using my Morphe E3 brush, I'm going to apply these beautiful shades onto the apples of my cheeks. And to set that all in place, I'm going to use my MAC Fix Plus. Ooh, that felt good. And then going into my Milani Strobelight highlighter, I'm going to apply it with my Morphe fan brush to my cheekbones. And then I sprayed some Fix Plus onto my fan brush to grab a little bit more of that highlight. And it worked. Such a beautiful color. I apply it to the tip of my nose, sides of my forehead, and then I use my finger because it works a lot better on the bridge of my nose, the tip of my nose, and my Cupid's bow. Going back into my Morphe palette, I'm going to apply this shade under my eye. We want to smoke out the bottom lash line, and then going into that beautiful warm brown shade, we're going to apply that also under eye. Going into my NYX lip liner, I'm going to use the shade Nude Beige to line my lips. And then to put the whole look together, I'm going to use my Lancome Color Design Pale Lip Cream. I honestly bought this many years ago, so I don't know if they still have it, but this is my go-to nude lip. So this is the final smoky eye look. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, please type it in the comment section below. This video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Bye.